When do you get to be lazy when it comes to training, when it comes to preparing for a fight? I know many people on the channel are not going to be preparing for fights. It's not something that you're interested in. You want to learn martial arts, you want to have fun, but within that, you're still wanting to get in shape. You're wanting to take it seriously, get really good. For the people who are thinking of fighting, it's a very important question. When can I take days off training? When can I miss sessions? Just this morning, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling wiped. Had a long day yesterday with some work out of town and got up. I got kettlebell blue stains all over me. My kettlebell's like leaking paint or something. But I went out and did my run. I came back, did some weights, and it got me thinking about being lazy, taking those days off. How often do you get to do that? Do you get to do that? Is that a luxury that you get to give yourself? 10 years ago, never. I would never miss a training session unless I was so injured that I'm like, I can't train. There's just no way I can do it. Like my back is so kinked up. I had times where my back was injured probably about 15 years ago, where instead of doing pads or something, I would jump on a bike. I would just go on the bike and then I would have my training partner beside me. He'd hold for straight punches or something, like just arm straight punches, because I couldn't rotate my body. And that's no good. It's not smart. But having that mindset like, oh, you know, I'm a little tired today. I don't want to train. That's a terrible mindset too, because you're never going to make any progress if you give up every time you feel a little fatigued or you had a big day the day before. There's so many excuses. So let's break down exactly when you deserve a break, what you should be looking for, how you can actually check metrics as opposed to just going based on body feel, because sometimes I am about to leave for a training session and I feel like trash. Like up here, my body, I feel like trash, and I get to the gym and I have an amazing session. Other times I'm about to leave and I feel awesome. I'm like, I'm gonna go and crush this workout, and I get there and like, you might as well just lay me on the ground and throw some punches up because it's just so pathetic. So there are metrics and things that you can use within science that will help you. So first of all, do you get days off? Is that a luxury that you should be giving yourself? Well, the word luxury there, that's one that I want to focus on. If you are giving yourself days off just because you're going, yeah, I kind of deserve it, I'm a little tired, you know, I was silly over the weekend and stayed up too late. No, that's not when you take days off. You take days off when your body is screaming at you to take a rest. And you will know when those days come. Generally for me, I can recognize, like, if I'm walking upstairs and I get to the top of the stairs and my legs are on fire and my heart rate is kicked up and the lactic acid is so severe that I know going to train is just going to be an awful session, and the next day I'm probably going to have another awful session because I didn't recover, then maybe I'll take the day off. Or maybe, and this is the more important part that you should be paying attention to, you go in and you do a technical day or a 50% volume day, something along those lines. Those are okay. It doesn't always have to be 100%. That's a mistake I used to make. So yes, you can take days off, but be very aware that you're not taking them just because mentally you're a little tired or you did something foolish the day before. Take them when your body's yelling at you. How do you know? Well, yeah, you can walk up a flight of stairs and see how your recovery is. You can use things like tracking your heart rate. Maybe some sort of, if you have a watch or one of those beds that has a mattress cover, and it'll tell you your heart rate throughout the night. Other indicators, I'm drawing a blank on one right now. I got rid of my device recently. Variable heart rate, I think, something like that. And you can look and see, basically with these metrics, like, what's my body doing? Is it doing what it normally does? To do this though, you will have to track and have a regular understanding of what is normal for you. I don't really do that, honestly. I probably should, but I don't. I just go based off feel, right? If I go out and I start my jog and I'm huffing and puffing, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's just gonna be a go through the motions day, 50% intensity, and just give myself a bit of recovery. And I might train again later that day, but it doesn't need to be every session pushing, because eventually, yes, you are gonna have one or two things happen. You're gonna either mentally burn out and you're gonna hate the workouts. That's no good. You don't wanna go out and hate your workouts. You wanna have fun with your workouts. They should be fun. They should be challenging, but you should enjoy them. Or if you don't burn out, you're gonna get injured. And that's terrible too. And I do believe a lot of times injuries come from overtraining and not listening to your body when you need those days off. So in terms of minimizing all of that, in terms of going, oh, I don't want to be lazy, but I know sometimes I have to, but how can I go about minimizing the days where I need breaks? Well, you can do all sorts of recovery things. You can do your red light therapy, your ice baths, maybe you go and get physio or massage, you're on point with your diet, eating the things that you need, you're getting your proper sleep, your proper rest, you're stretching. Like, to get through all of those things that I just mentioned takes a big chunk out of your day or out of your week, but they are important. And I'll be honest, I'm not as good on those as I should be. I obviously prioritize my training and then those things fall second, but I sometimes wonder if I should really have those on a level scale. So I just really wanted to talk to you guys about being lazy. I know very often the average person is just gonna go like, yeah, I don't really wanna train today. But remember, most of the time you get to the gym, you're so happy to be there. 30 minutes earlier, you're thinking it's gonna be the worst thing in the world being at the gym, but you get there and you start breathing hard and you start getting those endorphins running through your body and you're so happy you went. So you don't always wanna listen to like what's happening here. It's like, I'm kind of tired. You wanna listen to what's happening throughout here. And I think with a little bit of understanding of your body, a little recognition, being aware of injury and pain and staying consistent with everything in your life, not being ups and downs, all that kind of stuff, you really can be your own gauge. You don't need to bring in all the science all the time. You don't need to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on equipment to understand just all the metrics that people talk about. I mean, I've done my whole career without them and they seem to be going pretty well. All right, seems to be going pretty well. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna call it there. Don't be lazy, be smart, give yourself breaks. That's pretty much it.